All right, here is your power yoga class. Power yoga is my favorite format. It's all about flowing, using the breath with the body, and just taking the poses to the next level, building strength with your body weight. So you have everything you need right here to build muscle. So we're going to get started right away. We're going to be in cat-cow first. You're going to be in tabletop position, so wrist in line with your shoulders, knees in line with hips. From here, all your toes are going to be down, and you're going to scoop everything up into a cat position, separating the shoulder blades. Inhale to prep. Exhale, pull everything down. Chin up, chest up to cow. Same thing. Pull back and forth into these two poses, warming up the body before we move. Get started. Take breaks whenever you need. I'm here at Celebration Martial Arts Academy in downtown Celebration filming today. Come out, do some boxing. You can see all the equipment behind me. All right, last one each way. Up to cat. From here, we're going to go into plank. So make sure everything is nice and flared. You have a nice strong core, using the core the whole time. So squeeze the belly, and we're going to get right into your power yoga. Come right up into plank, and we're going to go into downward facing dog, float back and forth from plank to downward facing dog. So pull back, heels down, ears and biceps lined up, and then float right back into plank. So pushing through this, back and forth, warming up the body, using the breath. So inhale, exhale back. Working the back muscles, actually working the whole body. But I'm a big fan of working those back muscles. We don't work the back muscles enough. So good. Exhale. Pull everything down. Try to drive those heels down. You got a few more here. Give me 2 more. Pull it all the way back. Last one. Stay in downward facing dog. Drop the head, and then take the head and the gaze side to side, releasing any tension in your neck. That should feel nice. From here, bend your knees, walk your hands back to meet your feet, drop the head into a ragdoll position. Nice soft bend in the knees, slow and controlled, stack the spine, round and roll it up. All right, last exercise before we move into our flow. We're going to do into side body bend, so take your feet together. Everything comes up, roll your shoulders up, back, press down into the spine. From here, mountain pose, ground into the hands, open the fingers. Beautiful. From here, a few breaths. Inhale, shrug the shoulders just a tiny bit. Exhale, open the chest, gaze up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, pull down, gaze up. Nice, strong core. Inhale. One more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Good. You're going to float the right arm up and over. From here, plug the fingers in. Take the other arm down. Pull in opposition, and then float everything from the side. Good. Same thing. Inhale. Exhale. Float over. Inhale. Connecting the breath with the movement. Grounding yourself. Beautiful. Back and forth. Let's give it one more time each way. And then we're going to get right into it. Beautiful. From here, we're going to be into chair pose. Hands come up overhead or into prayer, whatever you choose. Sit back into your chair, warming up the legs. Nice and controlled. Hands can come to the hips. Hands can come to prayer. If you want to make this a little more elevated and tough, you can bring the heels up. You might feel that wobble. That's the magic happening. Feels so good. You're almost out of here. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Gorgeous. Last one. Good. Good. Drop the chest. Take everything down. You can take your hands to your back, interlace your fingers, and then drop your hands as much as you can, releasing everything. All right, it's time to get into our power yoga flow. So what you're going to do is you're going to step to the short edge of your mat all the way to the front. From here, everything stacks. So stack the spine. Let's get a nice, beautiful posture. So you're going to roll the shoulders up, press them back, push them down, open the fingers in a mountain pose. Breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale everything out. Press the fingers down. Perfect. From here, raise up all the way. So arms come up overhead. come up to prayer, hands heart center all the way through. As soon as they hit your heart center, your hips come back and you float everything down. Relax the head. Breathe. Good. From here, bend the knees, plant the hands, step or jump back to your plank. Fantastic. From here, you're going to rock forward into your plank position. You're going to take your body all the way down and hover onto the mat. So everything comes down and you're hovering up over the mat. If you'd like to take your belly down to the mat for a break, that's wonderful. You can. But let's stay here for just a little bit. Build up that strength. You got 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop the belly. Good job. Uncurl your toes. Make sure your toes are facing down on the mat. And you're going to lift up here. So we want to lift up about, I'd say like 2-3 inches, just so you feel that pressure in your lower back. You'll feel really good. Good. Drop down, put your forehead onto the mat. And then I want you to extend your arms all the way up, keeping your thighs up on the mat as well. Still, from here, lift the gaze. Good. Drop everything down. One more time. Lift everything up. You can stay right here, or you can take your thighs up off the mat, pressing into the tops of the feet. Good job. From here, I want you to take your shoulders back and forth. Just wiggle a little bit. Get some motion. All right, stabilize everything. You're going to go ahead and curl your toes and send your hips up into a plank and then send them back into the downward facing dog, just like we did in the warm-up. Press into the hands. Good. From here, lift the heels and press the heels down. Exhale, drop. Press into those hands. They look great. You're almost out of here. Keep going. Good. Give me one more. Press up. Press the heels down. Beautiful. From here, bend your knees and step or jump your feet in to meet your hands. Stay low. Forward fold. Inhale, press up. Everything sweeps up. All right, good. So that was your full sun salutation. We're going to take it again 3. Let's do 4 times. Yeah? Why not? It's for good measure. Inhale, sweep up overhead. Exhale, prayer hands, heart center. Hips come back. You drop your head. Fantastic. From here, we're going to half lift. Come to your shins, look ahead of your mat. Good. Press the head down to forward fold. Plant your hands, bend your feet, step or jump. Come down to chaturanga, bend the elbows, curl up to up dog. Press everything up. Thighs on the mat, feet facing down, toes facing down. From here, curl the toes. Come to plank first. Then sit your hips back into downward facing dog. Bend your knees, put your high heels on, and then step or jump into your hands and everything forward fold. Lift, reverse swan dive. Head comes up, arms sweep up. You come prayer, hands, heart through center. Let's get a little faster. Build that heat. Come down. Half lift, look ahead of your mat. Exhale, drop the hands, come back to plank. Chaturanga immediately. Belly comes down, you come up. Uncurl your toes all the way to up dog. Thighs off the mat if you wish this time. Curl your toes. Meet me in downward facing dog. You got one more through. Bend your knees. Jump in. Good. Forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Everything comes up. Prayer hands, heart center. All the way through. Hips come back. Good. Inhale, half lift. Come to your shins. Exhale, forward fold, please. And everything comes down to your plank. Chaturanga. Pull it through. My hair is being wild. Come back down. And we're going to come to downward facing dog. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. All right, so from here, we're going to take a little bit of a breather. So bend your knees. Bring them all the way down to the mat. And we're going to come into a child's pose. So hands are going to be nice and long. And you're going to sit your hips back to your heels. Drop your forehead down to your mat. Take a little breather and breathe. While you're in child's pose, I want you to think about pressing your hands into the mat, pushing your heels back. Pushing your hips back to your heels. And then you're going to just drop your armpits down as much as you can. From here, we're going to bring everything up into a tabletop position. Before we move on, let's cat-cow so we can reset the spine. So everything's coming up. Pull to cat. Everything separates. The shoulders are going to feel so good separating. Drop the belly. Chin up, chest up. All right, so we're going to go ahead into a neutral spine. From here, you're going to curl your toes. Meet me in downward facing dog. Drop the head. This time, we're going to go ahead and take the right knee. You're going to lift it all the way up into a 3-legged dog. So lift all the way up as straight as you can. From here, you're going to bring your knee into your chest. As you do, the opposite foot is going to lift heel all the way up. So you have your high heel on in the back, knee comes into your chest. That's going to help you drop the foot into a runner's lunge. From runner's lunge, you're going to drop that back heel for warrior two. So heel is dropped back down. You lift your body up, arms float into a warrior two. To get into warrior two, you can always bring your hands into prayer and then just glide your hands across like an airplane and breathe. Sitting in warrior two, you want to drop your shoulders away from your ears. The tendency is always to kind of like bring them up and scrunch. So everything, beautiful posture, nice and long, and breathe, okay? Really incorporating the breath here is important. You're going to take that back hand, come through, back to a runner's lunge, bring the heel up for a runner's lunge, plant the hand, bring the foot back, and then you're going to lift the opposite leg up into the air, three-legged dog, lift, 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 lift as much as you can. Good, bring the heel up as you bring the knee in to slide through, and it might happen where you can only get here. Totally cool, just take your leg, guide it to a runner's lunge. Once you're in runner's lunge, plant that back heel. You're gonna come up into your warrior two, and your hands can come into prayer, and then open up and breathe. Don't forget the breath. Building strength, taking a second to connect the mind and the body together. Beautiful, meet me down into runner's lunge. Take the hands down, take that heel up into a runner's lunge, take the foot back into a downward facing dog, and just chill in downward facing dog or come to child's pose for your modification. All right, we're gonna lift the right leg. We're gonna bring everything through, and we're gonna drop that back heel. We're gonna bring it into reverse warrior this time. So hand comes up, it sweeps back, so hand comes onto the leg in the back, and up and over your head. Pull everything to reverse warrior. Breathe, reach to the back, reach, reach, reach. Open up that body. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna go into, all right, so we're in downward facing dog. We're gonna go in Vinyasa Flow before we move on. So from here, we're gonna go into plank. So shift into plank first, and you're gonna bring your belly down for chaturanga. So elbows come right to the ribs, scrape onto the side. All right, so we're in downward facing dog. We're gonna have a Vinyasa Flow before we move on. So we're gonna lift everything into a plank. So lift the heels, come into a plank, drop to your belly, uncurl your toes, meet me in upward facing dog. You can take the thighs up off the mat, press into the tops of the feet if you wish. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the back. Oh, there it is. Using your body weight, it feels so good. From here, curl your toes, push the hips up and back into downward facing dog, lift the right leg. Good, drive it through into a runner's lunge, drop that back heel, reverse warrior. Take that hand to the back leg, up and reach back. I have my right foot, my right hand is down, my left arm is in the sky. So just remember which leg you're doing. All right, from here, you're gonna take everything down, frame your foot. You're gonna take that back heel up, bring it into a plank, come back into a downward facing dog, lift the other foot up in the air, drive everything through, take everything into your warrior stance, reverse warrior, pull everything up and out. Reach everything to the back, open the body, incorporate the breath. Good, right angle, take the hand down, and you can lift the arm up, straight up, or it can be extended by your ear. Try to open the chest as much as you can in this pose. Good, lift the back heel, come back down, Vinyasa Flow. Take it back to a downward facing dog, into plank, chaturanga, all the way to up dog. Good, pull back to downward facing dog. Gorgeous. From here, bend the knees, walk the feet in to meet the hands, forward fold. Round the body, roll it up. All right, we're almost out of here. We got a few more poses and a few more stretches, so hang tight. So from here, we're gonna go into goddess. You're gonna bring your feet on the diagonal of your mat, and you're gonna go and drop your seat as low as you can. Hands are coming into prayer. You're squatting down, and then you're pulling everything up and out. Breathe. Back and forth, working the glutes. Try to get as low as you can with still giving control in your body. Make it cute, make it pretty, make it strong. Building that muscle and keeping yourself young. I'm 41, I want to keep looking young and looking good and moving. I have 2 kids, and they are always running around. We're almost out of here. Keep going. So I got to keep up with them. Almost out of here. Give me 2 more. Last one, stay low. All right, in your low goddess, you can stay here, or you can come down and take your elbows out to your thighs and then just rock back and forth. You have some kids, maybe. Do you want kids? They're wonderful. They're a lot of work, of course, but they're wonderful. I love my kids. It's like they're my whole world. Do everything and anything for those kids. All right, so stabilize everything. From here, you're gonna bring your hands to the mat. You're gonna bring your toes towards me, parallel. Drop your head, get a nice stretch. All right, round the back, roll it up. All right, so let's finish up. We have one more, and you're not gonna wanna miss it, so stay tuned. It's the pigeon pose. We're gonna set ourselves up for pigeon first, because this is one of those stretches that a lot of people hurt themselves doing when they do pigeon pose, because they're not sure where their hips or their feet should be. And it can look different on everyone. So that's why it's so hard sometimes to cue it as an instructor. But you want to just listen to your body on this one. So please don't press into anything that doesn't feel good. It should feel like a little bit of tension, but you don't want to press into pain. So let's get into pigeon. From here, you're going to go ahead and forward fold. So forward fold everything down, bend your knees, take your hands down, step your feet back, and you can go ahead into your downward facing dog. All right, so from here, we're gonna do the right foot first. So your right knee is coming to your right wrist. So now you can bring your heel up into your midline as much as you want. Or if you wanna try to elevate the pose, you're gonna bring your foot 90 degrees as much as you can. But that's where a lot of people can technically hurt themselves. So just listen to your body, and you're gonna go ahead and bring your body up and over so you're sitting up nice and tall. You can always put a block underneath this leg, this back hip. If it's not serving you, then you can put a block or a towel or something right in here to kind of squish the hip down. From here, proud pigeon, so everything lifts up. Nice little back bend. And then slowly come over to the forearms onto your mat in your pigeon. All right, so from here, forearms are down. And what you want to do when you have your forearms down is you really kind of just want to rock and roll back and forth in between. So putting pressure in between those forearms as you move your body back and forth. Just giving it a little movement. Nice little massage, releasing the tension from all that power yoga we just did. You did so good. Thank you for still being here. All right, slowly walk the hands up. All right, so to transition, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the hands down. You're gonna curl that back toe, and you're just gonna drive that leg back into downward facing dog. Press into the hands, reset your spine, left knee to your left wrist, and then you're gonna take your leg back straight. Set yourself up, move your leg as you need. Sit up nice and tall. Proud pigeon, drive that hip down. Make sure you can put a block or a towel or whatever you have. Even like if you took a jacket off, you can put some right here to kind of squish that hip down. Good. Forearms down on the mat. Let me adjust myself here. Breathe. Am I saying breathe for you or for me? Probably for me. I always forget to breathe too. I know I'm breathing because I'm alive, but sometimes just connecting the breath with just filling yourself up with oxygen and getting some new oxygen into your body. Those muscles need it and they love it. So breathe, let it go. All right, walk your hands up. Come back into downward facing dog. Curl that back toe. Meet me in downward facing dog. Press everything down. All right, so we're gonna drop to the knees, and then you're gonna sit yourself up and come towards me. Cross-legged position. And we're gonna end with just a few breaths and some shoulder rolls. I hope you guys enjoyed. So let's inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, flare everything down into a cactus. Inhale. Or you can float them down. I like a little float. Inhale one more time. Good. Exhale. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, all the things, and follow me on socials. I love being and hearing from you. I love being very active on my socials. So please reach out and say hello. And I love to see you guys. And thanks so much. Always come. This is where I teach live classes. So please come and take a class with me. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.